Hey guys, so in this video we're going to be continuing the view, so we're going to be doing a 3/4 view now. I think I drew this way too big and I feel like I should have just made it small enough so that it fit here and everything, but oh well, it kind of is how it is, isn't it? So let's go ahead and just get started. So once again we have our cranium. Remember earlier we had our center line at the front, and then we have our face mask up on top. Here we have the ear, and once again we have our nose line, and then we can just go from our hand measurements from here. So here we have our one hand down is our pit of the neck, one hand down, sternum, one hand down is our rib cage, and one hand down is also another part of the rib cage, and make sure that it has a lower angle. One hand out, clavicle. And then what we can do is just draw in the rib cage real fast, and then just divide this into a box. And in this case, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that we have our box divided in half, of course, but we're going to actually make this a little bit more stretched out, so more curvy. We're going to stretch this out a little bit. So far so good. Then we can go down to the legs, making sure that we have our measurements pretty much roughly in place. So we have our we have our leg up in front, and I kind of want to cross their legs a little bit. So let me make this a little bit more straight looking because it's kind of crooked. So I want her leg to be more like out, this one in front. Here's the kneecap, and then here is the top, or here's the bottom part of the leg, and then here is the foot, which I will have to zoom out or look at it. Whoa, sorry, that was my bowl. I'm going to move it down just a little bit more. Okay, so here's her foot. Big toes on the inside, pinky toes on the outside. And then for this one here, same thing. We're going to just make it a little bit more cutesy. Maybe we'll kind of bend it a little bit. So we'll take it from behind and then kind of bend it back. And then her foot will probably be more like up, like on its toes. So once we have the base, we can go ahead and start refining. It's funny because when I'm doing digitally, you guys can see the whole entire screen and I don't have to zoom in or zoom out or move my camera, but oh well, it's kind of what it is, isn't it? So here we have our neck down. We have our base of the neck, which is a cylinder, a smooth cylinder. And then we have our trapezius, which is more slender. Let me move this a bit like that. Yeah. Shoulders, you have your deltoid, and you have your arm kind of just facing down. You have your deltoid, just make it very, very slim. Make it overlap underneath the clavicle. And then we have the breasts, which can be kind of pulled out. Here we have the rib cage. Notice how I'm not really putting much muscle definition on her, just because I want it to look very, very nice and smooth. But you can make her more masculine if you want. I just think like when it comes to anime girls, it's better visually to make her a little bit smoother looking. Why does she look so crooked in this? Maybe it's because of my angle. I think this looks better. So here we have the lower arm, and we have our hand. Maybe I should move my camera up a little bit more. I don't think I can. Oh well. So here we have our hand, more relaxed. And notice that because her arm is turning and her thumb is not on this side, that means the palms are down, so that means it's rotating a little bit. The muscles are kind of overlapping on each other. Then we draw the other arm. We have her elbow. And then here we have her hand. Pretty simple. Now what we can do is we can draw a center line around the navel, and we can draw a little bit of the obliques and indicate a little bit of the abdominal muscles here. Here we have the nice hip dip that appears more often in girls. And here we have our adductors. Let me start off with this leg first. It's nice to kind of have a bit of plumpness around the thigh area, just to have it some more, nicer curves. And as I mentioned before, we have the sartorius dividing between the two. And here we have the kneecap, which can be just simplified by 2 little bumps, like so. Go ahead and erase some of this so we don't get confused on what's what. I put a little bit of fat pad around the kneecap as well. Let's go a little bit lower down to the foot. Here we have a smooth outside and then a little bit of a bump on the inside. And I believe that the inside is higher than the outside for the ankle. And here we have the big toe, and we have the little toes here. So that is our first leg, which looks really nice, I believe. And then here we have the second leg, which goes in more, or kind of behind more. So once again, separated by the sartorius. And because her leg is kind of bent a little bit more, kneecaps are still going to be in the same, it's a little bit more higher because she's kind of bending it upward a little bit. And it's more to the side, so careful of that. Here we have the calf bending back. If you want to emphasize the bending back of her leg, you can kind of put some perspective lines here. Just kind of put some areas where it's going away from us. And here is our foot, standing on her toes. So that is our front view. Since we still have a little bit of time, oh, that's not our front view, that's our 3/4 view. Oh well, I guess it works kind of similarly to a front view, but oh well. Anyways, that'll be it for this video. Let me go ahead and make the other videos, and I'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.